Foodie. How are you? Hope you're having a good day. It's kind of a hot one today. My goodness, it is 92 degrees outside and it's a bit warm in here. But what are we doing today? Well, I'm reacting to Chantal. And I will pre warn you guys, I am not going to be nice to her today. I'm not. It's just not going to happen. I was watching her newest live stream. She was in the place where she and Salah are renting right now. And she was online, and during her live, she was eating at the speed of light, doing the feedy content. And that's why I'm ticked off. Because really, she shouldn't be doing mukbang content in Syria. It's a direct slap in the face to the people that live there. For those who do not know, need to know, Syria is a war torn country. They're still putting things back together there. There are food shortages. There are shortages for water. There's shortages for everything. A lot of people are going without food. So, Foodie being in Syria, doing mukbangs and basically hoovering up all the food is just beyond inappropriate, tacky, and wrong. So I've got a whole lot to say about that, but I'll save them for her live. We've also got some Twitter peeps stuff to go over. So tell y'all what, let's get into the Twitter peeps and get this thing going. Hope you enjoy. All right, so it's time for the Twitter peeps. Let me just make sure I am where I need to be. I am good. All right. So for those of you that are on Twitter, that you would like to follow me on Twitter, there's my handle, Wild Girl Sarah. There's not a whole lot of Twitter peeps to cover today, but there is some stuff. All right, let's start here with a post courtesy of Cowboy Dog. Cowboy Dog said, "Businessmen are gonna business." So here's a comment from Salah saying, "Why be my business still running in Kuwait with my partner, and I am starting a real estate business here too." Is he trying to say real estate? Is it real estate or real estate? I don't know. I'm leaning more towards real estate, which begs the question, what kind of real estate? And Salah, if you still have your business in Kuwait, because you told us before about your business that you were the boss and all you did all day was run around and collect money. If you're the boss and you were running around and collecting money, why are you and Foodie living in Syria the way that you are? I mean, make it make sense. You're in a place with no solar panels, and you got to fill up the water tank and all this other stuff. So if you're such a successful businessman, why are you guys basically living in hardship? I'm just curious. I'm asking questions. If you're so successful, why are y'all living so hard? So you're planning on getting into the real estate business in Syria, is it? Maybe the real estate business that you're talking about is perhaps you had a dream of going to Canada because Foodie gave the impression that she could get you there. Maybe that was part of the golden hook that she threw out that you bit. And over the course of time, you realized she really can't get me into Canada. So now that you are in Syria, maybe the deal has changed. Maybe your family has some kind of property or house in Syria. So you need Chantal's money. 1,000% you need her money. You would not have let her know where you are if you did not need her money. You're like, I'm making a deal with the devil and I know it, but I need her money to live. So maybe part of the deal of being in Syria, if your family lived in Syria and they had a house there, if you had Chantal there with her money, you could make repairs to the house, whatever those repairs are, and get the repairs done faster. And then when they're done, you would have a piece of property in Syria. And that is a commodity in Syria to have a house. like that maybe that could help restore some of the family honor that she has dishonored with her actions. I don't know the deal between you and your family, but I think maybe that's the new deal, that you have, perhaps have access to a family property, and you're going to use Chantal and her money and her being there as a way to build up the property. And then once that's done, you might let her go. Once you get to a place where you don't need her, you might say bye. But in the meantime, you do need her. So is that the real estate that you're talking about? Is the real estate the family property that the family left behind when they left Syria a long time ago? Florida Salt and Sass says she's bald AF. Donna says she obviously can't bend over, can't turn her head, can't put her arms down at her sides. Also bald. Other than that, life is good. So why am I including this in with the Twitter feed? It's not to be petty. There's no pettiness here today. Not with this. Nope, I'm pointing this out and I'm showing this to you guys because Chantal liked to lie to us and say that she had long, luscious locks down to her waist. Really now? I'm sorry, I don't see any luscious locks. I see that you're bald. And there's nothing wrong with being bald. I mean, she could rock the ball if she wants to, but she lied to us. That's the point. She lied to us and said, I've got long hair down to my waist. Foodie, Foodie, you and I have the same hair type. I've got baby fine, thin hair. So do you. It doesn't grow that quick. It would take years and years and years to grow the kind of hair that you're talking about, maybe longer. But, ma'am, you are bald as an egg. I just want to show proof of that. All right, Cowboy Dog says this is a comment from Anonymous saying if you only knew how bad things really are. So, what are we looking at? I'll give it a minute. Do you guys know what that is? That's her foot. That's her foot. Her feet are swollen. Oh my goodness. Her feet are swollen. That's really bad. Like, you know what that reminds me of? I'm sorry, I'm just getting this visual in my head. Remember when you're kids and you get like a glove or something and you blow it up full of air? That's what it looks like to me. It looks like a blown up glove full of air. Fondue Spiteful Beach says Foodie Beauty, greedy, selfish, lazy, entitled person swoops in to suck up all the resources for herself. Just a waste of resources, space, and oxygen, while bragging about the $700 solar panel and food for delivery. No one wants to hear crap when your hog carcass is held for ransom. So, little preview, little warning. This is what she was doing in her live. I'm just warning you guys, and I'm very sorry that I can't cut all of it out. I'm going to do my best. I don't like to watch her eat either. I hate it. I hate when she does like the mukbang content. The way is not just her eating, it's the way she's eating. Like she hasn't eaten food in a year. I just want to know what Foodie paid for that. Some Foodie had to pay for that. Some Foodie said, hey, you're in Syria. There are food shortages there. People are starving. Don't care. Let's do a mukbang. She has to have some sort of hateful Foodie who doesn't like the Middle East, that wants her to do haram content in the Middle East, just to be spiteful to the Middle Eastern people. Has to be that. Has to be. Because what person would say, yeah, it's appropriate, eat some food over in Syria, eat a lot of food. Ugh. So tacky. So tacky. All right. Mandy says, or worse. Okay, you guys have seen this before, but I'll show it again. YouTube filming in Syria. Can you do it and risk level? Public vlogging tour content with permit. That's important. If you want to do filming in Syria, you have to have a permit. You have to have permission. Can you do it? Yes. with a media visa and fixer. She doesn't have a media visa. She's just on a tourist visa. The risk level is high though. See, even with a media visa and a permit, the risk level is high. Filming without permit, illegal. Risk level very high. Drone use, forbidden without special permission. Risk level extreme. Filming sensitive areas or people. Pay attention, Chantal. Filming people. Can you do it? Could lead to arrest or worse. Risk level extreme. And she's already filming people in Syria. She's already showing people in her vlogs. Tell me you want to get hurt, Chantal, without telling me you want to get hurt. Tat Von B says, there you go, guys. Buffalo in the wild giving us a good lesson on how to walk uphill. She is beauty, she is grace, she is Kathy Bates of all travelers. Chantal, okay, just in this little clip, you're filming buildings that you probably should not be filming. I'm actually surprised you didn't roll down the hill. But notice that there's no one else walking around, Chantal. That's not a place you go hiking. Notice the lack of people. There's a reason for that. It's not just because everybody is having lunch. There's a reason why you don't see people walking around right there. Okay, thank you. Donna says, from the Kiwi Farms, if I may just say, holy crap, that's a unit. I'm uncomfortable just looking at that. Imagine what it feels like living inside that. So I guess Chantal got some new clothes. They're new, but I can tell that they're way too tight. She's probably going to outgrow that outfit in less than, I would say, give it a week. There's tightness around the arms. There's tightness around the stomach. I mean, it's too small. She just bought it and it's already too small. Sandy Syria B's quesadilla says Chantal is live just shoving food in her mouth to the point that I feel queasy watching. More than half the population of Syria face hunger, and 16 million Syrian people depend on humanitarian aid. This is beyond crass. Oh, like, this is vile. So here's a preview, courtesy of Milky Chai. This was taken from her stream. You guys can see for yourself what she's doing here. She's in Syria. People are starving. People are going without food. There might be families that there's food insecurity. And she's stuffing her face full of food. Chantal, I can't even begin to tell you how dangerous this is. And not just in the sense of you stuffing your face full of food could lead to, you choking on the food. I'm talking about outside of yourself. And nothing against the people of Syria. I'm sure there are lots of lovely people in Syria. I've never been to Syria. I'm not judging Syria at all. But with you being so public with what you're doing, with eating all the food and flaunting your money, it's going to get noticed. It's quickly going to get noticed. And I was part of Cowboy Dog's live stream last night, and I agree with what she said. That before Chantal showed up to Syria, you best believe that Salah, if he's got friends or associates or family members there, he put them on notice about who Chantal was and what she's there for. More than likely, he told people, yeah, this is not my real wife. She's here to be my pay pig. She's here to pay for things, so just leave her alone and let her pay for things. She sticks out like a sore thumb. You can't help but notice Chantal. So he probably told people around him, like, this is what she's here for. She's here to give me money. So they would know. I mean, word gets around. She's a foreigner in Syria. She's going to get noticed. Questions are going to get asked. And she might be targeted at some point. She might be targeted. Salah and Foodie might have to end up paying for protection. She might get approached like, hey, pay us some protection money. Again, I'm not saying anything hateful about the people of Syria, but she is literally painting the target on her back more and more and more and more and more. But let's watch the clip courtesy of Milky Chai.
Oh, whoa, yo, okay. Why is it? Just move the camera. Oh, whoa, yo, okay.
Yeah, look at this. This is so disgusting. And it's just not just her eating the food that's disgusting. It's you're doing it in Syria. You are so tone deaf, Chantal. You are tone deaf about the way things are there, the suffering of the people there, the fact that there's a shortage of food. You don't care. You're going to hoover up all the food like a vacuum. Tone deaf.
Okay, get it in there. There you go.
Fully.
There you go. Down the trough.
It's because the bread is like.
Have you considered a feeder bag? You won't have to hold it to your mouth then.
I agree with you, Milky. Just let's just go full hog. Get a feeder bag and just strap it to your face. Just do it. I mean, just go the full Monty. At this point, just put a feeder bag on. And since you're going to do it all the way. Go all the way with it. Nana Spike T says, not an ounce of humility in this queen of ignorance and arrogance. She'll share food, but not this meal. So rather than offer some to the neighbors who've been so kind, she will finish it all up by herself, the way she chugged the water. Okay, looks like it's a direct quote from Foodie saying this is a lot of food for two people. We don't have a fridge, so I'm eating all the chicken so it doesn't go to waste. You know what you could have done, Foodie? Since you talked about people in the area giving you food, inviting you over, being nice to you, why don't you be nice to them? They invited you into their homes. They invited you into their lives. They gave you food, try to be social with you, and you took their hospitality. You could have shared some of your food with them. Instead of being such a taker, you could have given. You could have taken half the chicken and saved the other half for yourself and given it to the neighbors, given it to somebody. Somebody would have eaten it. Nope, can't do that. You're going to do gluttony on camera. And I'll tell you what, the neighbors that were nice to you, if they notice that all you do is take and you don't give, they're going to feel a certain kind of way about that. They will. And word's going to get around about that too. Quartz 420 says, girl, you got Cabbage Patch feet. So here's a picture of Foodie's foot. My goodness. The swelling. It doesn't even look like a foot. And this is a picture of the Cabbage Patch doll feet. I see the resemblance. I do. I see it. All right, Enigma 2025 says Chantal said that Salah's friends wanted her for a week. She thought it was cute that Salah told them no. She has no clue what they truly said about her. She can't speak the language other than swear words. So this is from a previous live stream. Let's watch and listen.
Without my husband. So, and he even said today to his friend, we were at his friend's, and he said something in Arabic, and they all looked at me and went, "Aw," and I was like, "What?" And he said, because they said, "Can we really like her? Can we have her for a week?" He said,
"Stop right there. Stop. Do you know why they said that, Foodie? Are you so dense you can't figure it out? Do you need me to spell it out for you? I will. I guess I have to since you are dense. Do you know why they said that? Because you're Salah's pay pig. That's why. Because you are the walking ATM. They said that because maybe if you stayed with them for a week, you could throw your money around at them. It wasn't because they adored you. It's not because they had an instant liking for you. They were just made aware of the fact that you are Salah's pay pig and all the money you're throwing at him and whatever else that you might be paying for. And their thinking was, man, if we had this woman around for a week, what she could do for us. That's what they meant. They had no true liking for you. They got a liking for your money. They were thinking, man, if we just had one of these for a week, what we could accomplish, the things that we could do. They were not looking at you as a person, they were looking at you as a resource and what it could do for them. And what kind of people would say to your alleged husband, hey, can we borrow her for a week? Isn't that kind of inappropriate? Yeah, it is. But that's why they said what they said.
Said, no way, I can't live without her. So
Yeah, and you took it a different way. Of course, your emotional brain took it a different way. When he said, I can't live without her for a week, you took it in an emotional sense, like, I love her so much. I can't live without her. I would miss her. That's what your emotional brain heard. But the reason part of your brain, the logic part of your brain, which rarely works, if you had let it work, it would have told you differently. What he meant, what Salah meant when he said, I can't live without her for a week, what he was saying is, she's supporting me. She's got all the money. Without me, I wouldn't have any money. So I'm sorry, I can't lend her to you because I'm in need of her right now. He was meaning it in the money sense. What you heard was the emotional sense.
right there, proof he loved. No, I'm just joking.
No, he don't love you. He don't love you. You know what, Chantal? Let's put that to the test. Let's put that to the test about how much he loves you. Help Salah get independent of you. Help him get a job, make his own money, independent of you. As much money as you're giving him right now, whatever that amount is, let's see it happen. Help him find a job or help him find a way to make money to where he's making his own money and you're making your own money. Let him stand on his own. And then if he stands on his own and he's making his own money and financially speaking, he doesn't need you, he decides to stay with you, then I would say, yeah, maybe he does care for you. Maybe. Since he has a choice to leave and he's choosing not to. If you're with the man and he doesn't need money from you and you're not giving money to him and he is still standing by your side, I will say, I think Salah really does love Chantal because he's got a choice to be there or not be there and he's choosing to be there. But as long as he's codependent on you and your money, you know why he's there. It's the money. It's strictly about the money. He's there because financially speaking, he ain't got nothing. He's got very few opportunities. He doesn't have anything to go on. That's why he let you know where he was. That's why he brought you over there. He needs your money for something, to live, to rebuild the family home. I don't know. He's got plans. That much I do know. And something else too. If you don't think that he's still angry, he's mad about the fact that you blew up his life in Kuwait, oh, he's plenty mad. And you're seeing parts of that mad now because he's starting to get sassy with you. He's going off at the mouth with you. You're getting on his last half a nerve. You are clingy, you are possessive, you are obsessive, you won't leave the man alone, you are acting like a child. It's getting on his nerve. And you don't know how dangerous things are right now. That all he has to do is take your money and take your passport and ghost you, and there you would be with no way to get back home. You are literally at his mercy. There's no Canadian consulate. You have no friends there. You have no help. The only person you know is Salah. You are not in control anymore. Do you understand that? You are not in control. He's in control of you. Yet you're still behaving as if you control him. You don't. You really, really don't. But if you want to know if he loves you, help him be independent of you. I guarantee you, you won't, because you already know the answer. You already know that he's there for the money. He needs the money. And as long as he needs the money, he needs you. But if he gets his own money, he won't need you anymore. So it's not about love, it's about need. And love and need are two different things. Love is healthy, love is balanced. With love, you have a choice to be there or not be there. Need, you need something from somebody, so you're going to stick around as long as there's a need. And that's how you trap people with you, is choosing a guy that doesn't have anything and making sure he always needs you financially. It's manipulative and it's gross. It's gross.
I know, I'm kidding. I don't have to prove anything to anybody. Um, get a job and help them. A job where? Selling melons on the street?
All right, moving on. Shenanigan says, I got this pic from Goose Chuck's community post on YouTube. Ahem, subscribe. Exactly. Everybody subscribe to Goose Chuck. She's awesome. I heard about the swollen foot, but this is worse than I expected. Yeah. Man, the fluid swelling in that foot is bad. It's real bad. D. Angry Scott says, Foodie doesn't need filters anymore. Yeah, because she's streaming in with Minecraft filters. The pixelation is real. That was her stream. Kelly says, Foodie Beauty says she doesn't eat sugar anymore. When will she understand that all carbs and starchy food she eats turns to sugar? I think she plays stupid on purpose. I agree. I think she does that light trolling where she purposely says and does stupid things to get people's reactions, to get people watching. She's got to know that all carbs turn into sugar, that bread and potatoes and pasta, it all turns into sugar. So she's trolling us. Yeah, she is. All right. So Fondue Spiteful Beach says Foodie Beauty Salah brought his 500-pound piggy bank ATM to invest in his real estate business in Syria. Yep, that's her role. Pay pig, piggy bank, ATM with feet, swollen feet. Uh, that's your purpose there, Foodie. You have a need and he has a need. And that's why you're with him and that's why he's with you. Daryl says, quote, he will be going through this anyways, and then passive aggressively hits him to give the audience validation of their love. His response, where is the power bar? Just like when she told Natter she loved him and he said, where's my thumbnail? All right, let's blow this up and watch the
My
clip.
family to the end of the world. Thank you.
Okay,
Insulin.
this was from a previous live stream.
Insulin.
Oh, and by the way, somebody in her chat asked her, do you feel guilty for the fact that you blew up Salah's life in Kuwait? Like you totally ruined it. And she outright said, no, I don't feel guilty. It's not my fault. She accepts no responsibility for what happened in Kuwait.
Nina, don't let people judge you. You wanted to be with your family, and that is there right now. I would follow my family to the end of the world.
Yeah, you know what, Nina? Sit down and shut up. You Beezers, some of you are just as delusional as she is. She doesn't have a family in the Middle East. Salah is not her family. He is her employee, okay? And Julia is just a prop for her YouTube show. I hate to say it like that. I mean, it sounds so crass to say something like that, but it's true. Julia is a living, breathing, sentient being, and she matters. But I'm saying this is how Chantal looks at Salah, and this is how she looks at Julia. They are just props for her show. They are part of the current story arc. So Salah works for her. She pays him to be around. he would not be around without the money. And Julia is just an extension tool, prop thing, something that she uses to get attention from animal lovers in her audience and try to like relate to the pet lovers and pet owners in her audience. Like Julia is just a useful tool for attention, but she doesn't have a family there. There's nobody in the Middle East that she's related to, that she's blood relation with. She left her immediate family back home in Canada. All right, so there's no family. A guy that works for you and a cat that you just picked up for attention, it's not a family. She doesn't care about people. She didn't even care about herself.
Thank you, Nina. I should probably should. This is I didn't realize this is a new life for him. I just thought just because he's Syrian, like by blood, like he would just be like, oh yeah, he has never lived here.
Chantal, if he wanted to be in Syria, why was he living in Kuwait? He did not want to go to Syria. He did not want to end up in Syria. He wanted to end up in Canada. He is desperate to get to Canada. Even now, maybe you're filling up his eardrum with the hope of maybe we can do this and maybe we can do that. Maybe there's some kind of loophole that we can exploit to get you there. And he's holding on to this loophole. It's a sunk cost fallacy. You both are in a position with the sunk cost fallacy where you both have spent so much time around each other and so much money that you can't bear to let go. Why? Because there is no other good option behind each other. I also agree with Cowboy Dog, what she said last night, that Salah, as far as being a romance scammer, he's like nothing. Okay, he's a bit on the older side, he's ragged, and there's no options for him. He just happened to get lucky coming across Chantal. Chantal is besotted with Salah, and he's milking that to the fullest. But there's nobody else. There's no other pay pigs. There's no other marks that want anything to do with him. You know, he's not like jet setting lifestyle, drinking champagne, surrounded by the ladies. There are no other marks. There are no other options. That's why he's sticking with her. And Chantal, for her part, she knows, just like Salah, there's nobody else waiting that have taken a number and sitting in the lobby that if he steps out of the room, that they can replace him. He's the last one. He's the last sucker that she can sucker into her game. She doesn't have the income that she used to say, hey, yeah, I'm a pain in the butt. I'm a big pain in the butt. I'm obsessive. I am a stalker. I'm a clinger. I will possess you. I will control you. But if you put up with me, I will give you a whole lot of money to put up with all my mess. She doesn't have the money anymore, and she knows it. No man's going to look at her and say, well, she's a lot, but I'm being financially compensated to put up with this mess. With the income she's got going on right now, the men are going to look at her and go, nope, nope, this juice ain't worth the squeeze. Goodbye. No, ma'am, no, thank you. They'll walk away quick. Like this, they're both stuck with each other because they have no other good options. And they spend so much time around one another that they can't bear to let go. They are both vain and narcissistic, and they're like, I'm determined to get something out of this. I am not walking away from this as the loser. Hey, let me save you the trouble, Salah, Chantal. You're both losers. You are. You're both losers. You both have lost the game. There is no winning it. There's no winning here. It's not a matter of winning or losing at this point. It's a matter of how much do you want to lose? Are you willing to lose it all? Absolutely everything, down to the floorboards, gone. Or will you be smart enough to let go, and what little bit you do have, you can use to rebuild again? You both remind me of somebody who's a gambler sitting at a poker table. You keep losing hand after hand after hand and losing all of your chips. to the point where you're going full tilt. And rather than back away from the table and say, this is not a good night for me, you'll go to somebody in the casino and say, can I get some credit? Can I get credit on some chips? And go back to the table and keep playing. You're just making the situation worse. But go ahead and keep playing. Make it worse. Go ahead.
You know? So, what's all my fault that there's no power? What? He would be going through this anyways, in a way, you know? Well,
No, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't. And I'm not putting all of this on Chantal. No, because it takes two to tango. If Salah could rewind the clock all the way back to the first time he started talking to this woman, if he knew what he knows now, I don't know if he would jump into her with her. I really don't think so. But he was living in Kuwait, Chantal. He had a life there. Family, friends, red room. He had a life there. He wasn't in Syria when you met him. He was in Kuwait. So he wouldn't be going through this anyway. It wouldn't have happened at all if you had not come along and done the things that you did and kept pushing the envelope and snatching kittens off the street. It would not have happened. He would probably still be back in Kuwait living his life. And I wonder if in your sick, twisted, demented little mind, if you're looking at this whole experience as Salah and I are going through a lot, and we're going to form a trauma bond, and I'm going to make myself into a martyr. But he and I are going to form some sort of a trauma bond. We're going through stuff together, and that's going to make him love me. No, he hates you. Straight up, he hates you. Anybody watching your live streams anymore, listening to him, can hear the hate just dripping off his tongue. He hates you. He's got reason to hate you. You blew up his life in Kuwait, and you're not sorry. You're not apologizing. You're not taking accountability. He's mad about that. He's mad about the life you took away. But to be fair to you, Chantal, because fair is fair, right is right, and wrong is wrong, it's his fault for getting involved with you in the first place, for letting things go on as long as they did. He should have stopped it long ago, and he did not. He chose to do the dance with you, knowing that you were the devil, the literal devil. He chose to keep on because he was greedy, and now he's got to pay the price. So no sympathy for him.
you know, we're together now.
You know, I can't feel bad for his suffering because he literally invited the suffering to him. And when he was still in Kuwait, he had like 4 or 5 opportunities to cut this thing off. Every time she would go home to Canada, he could have stopped it. He could have blocked her number, he could have ghosted her, and what was she going to do? He wouldn't know where to find him. But he chose to keep it going. And you, Chantal, you're so stupid. You're over there looking for some kind of emotional validation. Do you love me? Do you love me? You think giving him money is going to make him love you? You still trying to buy his love? Is that what you're doing? You think giving him money that he owes you love, the same way that you decided to go to Syria and Julie is supposed to be bonded to you? Let me tell you something, ma'am. And I can't believe you don't know this. You being someone you had cats for years, you should know this. Animals choose their person. Ladies and gentlemen, am I wrong? Am I right? Animals choose their person. I am not a dog person. I think dogs are adorable. They are wonderful companions. I'm a cat mama. Let me tell you something about cats, Chantal, since you are tone deaf to that too. Cats are a law all unto themselves. They are. Cats are a law all unto themselves. You don't boss them around, they boss you. And it can sometimes take years for that bond to happen. Not just a love, but an actual bond. Like me and Booger, she's bonded to me. I am mother. I am her mother. She's bonded to me. Not just loving, she's bonded. She's mine. I'm hers. I'm her owner. Nobody can come near me. She's jealous. But you, over there thinking just because you showed up, Julia owes you love. She don't owe you nothing. She's an animal. She got her own sense of free will. She does not like you. She's got no reason to like you. You have been mean to her, leaving her in a house with no air conditioning while you and Salah go take a drive. How dare you? Shame on you. I love her so much, but I'm going to leave her in a house with 90-degree heat? Are you kidding me? With no ice water, no nothing? You're not even shaving her fur so she can be comfortable and she won't overheat. And yes, animals can overheat, beast. They can overheat just like people. But you're coming over to Syria. Like, oh, I'm here. And because I came all the way here and I did this journey, Salah owes me something and even Julia owes me something. And I can't believe they're not paying me back. Ma'am, you chose to go over there. And you went over there because you wanted to be near Salah and you wanted to control him. You wanted to baby reindeer his ass. So you did. You went over there to control Salah. And you want him to act like your surrogate father slash boyfriend slash husband, which is weird and creepy, by the way. You want him to take care of you. You don't want to take care of yourself. You're weird. I think there's something in your brain, Chantal, that you kind of want to regress back to childhood. You need to stop that. You're 41 years old. You're not 4. You got to live in the present, not the past. Okay, he's not your father. He doesn't want to be your father. He doesn't want to take care of you. He wants a life. He wants to be independent of you. He wants to do his own thing. And your way of keeping somebody around you is to trap them with you and making sure they don't have a life, because the only way you feel secure is if you got eyeballs straight on them and you know their every move and their every movement. And yet, that's the very thing that drives people away from other people when it's suffocating. Your love is suffocating. It is toxic. It is putrid. It is rotten. And that's why he wants nothing to do with you. On top of the fact, he's not attracted to you at all. Period.
Insulin. Nina, don't let people judge you. You wanted to be with your family, and that is there right now. I would follow my family to the end.
Okay, shut up. We've already watched this. I'm not watching it a second time. All right, so that's it for the Twitter peeps. All right, we're going to keep it moving. We're going to move on to the live stream. And again, I apologize to my subs. I apologize to all of you in advance. I am so sorry. You know, if you're watching this right now, and if you don't want to be exposed to foodie eating because it's gross, understand that. Like, if you want to put this on your PC or your phone and like just turn away from the screen and just listen to the commentary, I thumbs up to that. Thumbs up to that. If that works, if that's what you got to do, I totally support that. What comments did she make, by the way? Here, hold on. Let's go to the comments first. Let's do the comments. Miss Justice Forever says, don't flush your eye with unclean water. Boil the water. Wise advice. I don't know how clean the water is over in Syria. I wouldn't be drinking water straight out of the tap. You don't know what's in there. Foodie's not that smart, though. All right. Saucy Noodle says, Chantal, don't rub or touch your eye. You can make it worse or cause an infection. Learned the hard way. Had a scratch on my cornea that was very close to the retina and was told I could lose my eyesight. Had to go to the ER with a month or so of treatment afterward. Yeah, and she's in Syria and there's no really good medical care over there because it is a war-torn country. Everybody's warning her. Everybody's telling her she don't want to listen. And people are praising her. You're losing weight. No, she's not. She's not losing weight. She's not losing weight. Okay, so that's the comments. But again, like, okay, anybody watching this react, if foodie eating will gross you out, if it's too much, please just keep the audio on. Like, walk away, walk away from the PC or something. Don't watch her. Don't. I'll watch her for you. Don't watch her. I'll watch her for you. Just listen to my commentary. That's all you got to do. All right. Just warning you now. I'll give you a second to turn away. All right. With that said, let's get into it. Remember, I'm not going to be nice to her. I'm not in the mood. I am offended by what she's doing. I think it's in very poor taste. I think it is tacky. She should not be doing mukbangs over in Syria. It is a slap in the face to the Syrian people that are suffering. Not going to be nice to her. Nope. Let's go.
And the fan is like full force, and a piece of debris or something dust flew in my eye, and I think it scratched it.
One moment. Okay, sorry about that. Let's get going.
Everyone, I'm so hungry.
Remember what I said. If you don't like to see foodie eat, turn away from your monitor right now or your phone right now. Just listen to the sound of my voice. You don't need to see your face.
I'm gonna start eating.
No. Don't start eating.
Some bread. Hey Tracy, hi everybody. Alicia, Pondu, B.
And I'm going to say the same thing again. She's being way too public with herself. Way too public with the fact that she's there. With the fact that she's got money. And obviously she's spending money. She's spending money on fast food, which is not cheap. She's spending money on Salah. Her and Salah are getting solar panels, which are not cheap. So that part was weird. First, she said she wasn't going to get solar panels because there was no sense in getting solar panels if they were not going to stay there. And then all of a sudden they're getting solar panels. So does that mean she's going to stay there? It kind of sounds like it. Maybe it's a have to thing because for her to be there for an extended period of time, she's going to need the solar panels to do the streams. I don't know.
Pretty shirt, thank you. Foxy, Bismillah. Little what is this? Ooh, that's spicy. It smells good though. I'm eating something called farouche. Chicken, pita, tomato with hummus. Yum.
You know, Foodie, you told us about the neighbors who shared food with you. Why don't you share your food with them? You're over there saying, I can't share the chicken. Well, I can't put the chicken away because the fridge doesn't work. But you can give it away. Same thing with everything else on your plate.
Reza Kamar, hello.
And I still want to know what Feedy paid for this. I guarantee you a Feedy paid for this. This was a Feedy request. I'm basing that based on the amount of food that she's eating and the way she's eating it. Like this is for somebody. Somebody put in an order for this.
Look at the fries.
And I'm not even going to bother with making comments about her overloading with carbs. She's got bread. She's got French fries. Carbs all day. But that's Foodie's diet. Carbs everywhere. I don't know how she expects to lose weight if she's eating nothing but junk and carbs all over the place. I don't know why she's thinking that she's going to lose weight eating that stuff, but do you, Foodie.
Look at this hot.
Oh my God. So, oh Lord, we got pita bread holding French fries. It's a carb sandwich.
Hot stuff. Spicy. Bit of tumia.
Somebody paid for this.
The bread is like, oh, this chiffon. I gotta change my hijab, I think. Hi, cat. Sorry, guys. I'm like super hungry.
No, you're not. And that was another nod to the feeders, to the feedies. You can always tell when Chantal does the feedie content. She'll say things that the feedies want to hear. I'm starving. I'm really hungry. The feedies like to hear that. And they like to see those close up shots of the food going into her mouth. That's why she sits so close to the camera. If somebody out there paid for the meal, they want to make sure she's eating the meal and she's eating all of it. They want those close up shots, like in your face. This is all for whoever it is that paid for the meal. And if you're asking, why does she eat so gross? Why does she stuff her mouth full of food and look like a hamster with its cheeks full of pellets? Well, the feedies like that too. They like the gluttony. They like the overstuffing of the mouth. They love it.
I'll be right back. I can't eat with this hijab. Jessica, thank you, Jessica. Ugh. My eye. Oh yeah, ageless. The cat is fine.
Yeah, where is Julia?
She'd be panting. It's not that hot. I don't know if they have Coke. Hey,
Chantal, you're not even checking up on Julia to make sure she's fine. How are you going to know that Julia is fine if you're not even looking at her? You got your big old face in the camera, looking at yourself. And you're not one of those pet owners that you're keeping an eye on your pet, even when they're not in your front vision. You got the peripheral vision going on behind you that you're listening for any sound. Most people who are pet owners are attuned to their pet. Like the moment their pet even sounds a little bit funny, you're looking at them saying, "What's wrong?" You're checking on them. Are you okay? You're not that way. Your concern is eating that food and having your big old face on live stream. You're not paying attention to see if Julie is all right. You're not getting up off that couch to see make sure she's not overheating, checking her to see if she's not too hot.
Nicole. Bon appétit. Thank you. Kamar, merci beaucoup. Ida. Coke is better than Pepsi.
And Chantal, you really should not be using your hijab as a napkin. That's not what it's there for. Very disrespectful.
For the paper card. Oh. So, how are you guys? It came with these little sandwiches. It has like fries and like some kind
More carbs. Some feedie had a carb fetish, obviously. They're like, I want to see you eat tons of carbs. We got the pita bread. We got the fries. Now we got the sandwiches. This meal is nothing but carbs. To quote an old 80s Wendy's commercial, where's the beef? There's no beef. There's no beef. Not my bread.
of spicy stuff. Let's try it.
She could have shared some of that food if she wanted to. She had enough.
Wow. Hi, Gabrielle. My foot.
And what happened to, it's so hot here that I don't get hungry? Didn't she tell us that? She told us that. I guess she lied because she's plenty hungry here. Ain't that right, Chantal?
It's not that bad right now, but it sometimes gets swollen if I sit too long. Walk like if it's really hot. Yeah, Gabrielle. So it's not bad right now. Yeah, it was swelling pretty bad. I know. Thank you, Wanda. Thanks, YouTube lover. Do I sleep during the day?
Probably.
Well, knock on. Well, I don't even want to. I can't say really knock on wood because it's not really. We don't say that in Islam, but you know what I mean. I don't want to like say it and then something bad happens, but I think finally like the solar thing is fixed.
You don't know? You're not sure? Aren't you the one with the money? If you're giving Salah money, your money, to fix something that's important, you're not going to do a follow through? You're not going to ask questions? You're not going to say, hey, I dropped X amount of dollars on this solar panel. Is it fixed or not? I need to know. I should know since I'm paying for it. But you don't know?
Inshallah. So I'm gonna try to fix my sleep pattern. The food is messy. Hey, Lurking, you have a heat wave? Did you show me how to work it? Yeah. Yeah, I am. Oh, I'm enjoying my time. Hey, Sherry. Mm.
And again, people in the chat are like, you're so brave, Chantal. You're so brave for handling the blackouts the way that you do. Please. Gabrielle Washburn says, thank God. When the blackouts happened, I was like, no, no, no. You're a freaking rock star the way you're handling it all. So she's a rock star? Just because the power went out? The lights go out? She's without electricity? She's a rock star for that? She hasn't survived anything. The power just went out. What about all those people? They're dealing with the flood in Texas. They're the rock stars. They're actually going through it. God bless them. And I pray that everybody is safe over there. Safe. It's just there are people that are still missing, but people are being found. But I pray for those that are going through the Texas flood. And they're really going through it. Like they're going through stuff. Chantal is not going through anything. She put herself in the situation that she's in. She flew over there for this, knowing what was happening. She was told. She didn't care. She went over there anyway, just because she wanted to be near her handsomest man. He told her to wait a month. She didn't want to wait. So if the power goes out and she has no electricity and she has no AC, she wanted it. She invited it. And now she's coasting on the attention of, I'm a martyr. Look at me, I'm suffering. Everybody admire my suffering. I'm not. I'm not admiring your suffering. You're a fool. You chose to go over there. And you might have trouble getting back home.
Have I made friends? Well,
Chantal doesn't make friends. That's just a story of her life. She doesn't make friends. A friend is someone that You enjoy their company, they enjoy yours. A friend is someone you talk to, someone that you can trust, someone that will tell you the truth. She doesn't have friends, she has enablers. People that are in the chat, you're blowing her up and giving her compliments and saying she's brave. You're enablers. Those of you encouraging her to eat food when she's a food addict, you're enablers. Hate to break it to you, but it's the truth, and you know it. You're enabling her food addiction. You're keeping this whole toxic situation going. And don't come at me like I'm hateful. I'm a food addict in recovery. But if I knew that somebody had an addiction to something, I would not walk up to that person, even if I hated them, and talk about the source of their addiction to their face. I would not be tempting them to relapse, to have a triggered moment. But y'all would, saying, when are we going to do the next mukbang, Chantal? When are you going to eat desserts? Let me tell you something. She's 500 plus pounds, getting close to 6. She doesn't need to overeat. Do you understand? She's got enough health problems. Chantal's got a bunch of frenemies in the audience that encourage her to eat. And as long as she makes money doing it, she's justifying what she's doing. But trust and believe she doesn't need any more encouragement for her food issue. She's got the food noise going on in her head all the time. But don't y'all try to act like, oh, we care about Chantal and the rest of you guys are haters. No, we're not haters. We're truth tellers. That's why she hates us. She's a liar. She's a manipulator. Liars and manipulators hate people who tell the truth. And they hate dealing with people that they cannot manipulate and lie their way around. And that would be Girl World. We are the mirrors that she doesn't like to look into because we reflect herself back to herself. That's why she hates us. And part of the reason why she likes all of y'all over there is because you cater to her and you enable her and you will lie to her face. You'll tell her what she wants to hear versus what she needs to hear.
I guess technically, I'm way more social here, but it's just how people are here. Thank you, Angels.
So you have people walk up to you and give you food and feed you. Now you got all this food and you're not sharing. Selfish. That's okay. Be selfish. You're going to make yourself into a target. And this is not me wishing anything bad upon you, Foodie. It's just like, again, you don't realize where you are. I don't think you've ever lived in a situation like this before. You don't know how to conduct yourself. And I am not comparing my past experience with things to what's going on with you right now because they are very different. They are apples and oranges. But what I will tell you based on my experience, if you live in a, let's just say, sketchy neighborhood, perhaps a little bit scary, there's a few things you got to remember, a few things you got to learn. If you live in a, let's just say, not nice neighborhood, a couple things you need to do. First thing you got to do is you have to put out the vibe that you belong there, not in an arrogant way, not in a I own everybody kind of way. No, no, no. You got to put out the chill vibe of like, I'm here because I belong here. Because the people that live there, they're going to be kind of silently checking you out. Second thing, you've got to be cool. You've got to be cool. You know, like you got to be chill with people. You know, I lived in a sketchy neighborhood before, and I learned pretty quick how to conduct myself. Like, just don't be a jerk. Don't conduct yourself like a jerk. Don't put out a bad vibe. You've got to be cool. You got to be chill. Like if you see somebody on the street, smile at them. Like a smile will break the ice a little bit. At the same time, you're being friendly, though. Don't be too friendly because you don't know. You don't know who you're talking to. You don't know what their intentions are. The less people know about you that are strangers, the better. Don't flaunt that you have money. Don't put it out that vibe like I got money. Don't make yourself a target. And that's exactly what you're doing. You're making yourself a target. You already stand out like a sore thumb. I'm sure people have heard about you. I'm sure that Salah told people about you before you even got there. You have put a giant bullseye on your back. And I don't know if anything's going to happen to you, but by being so public, it's not good. It's not good. And again, I'm not talking bad about the people of Syria. There's a lot of desperation there. There's a lot of starvation. There's a lot of people just trying to get by. And then there's you with a whole lot. And a person doesn't necessarily have to be bad to do something out of desperation. It can be just pure desperation, pure starvation. Like even a good person will might do something bad if they're desperate enough. And I don't think you understand that because you've never been in that position. You've never been in a position of starvation, of desperation, of having a family that depends on you, or just having gone days without eating. You just don't understand that. This whole different way of life that you've not been exposed to. Like you're just oblivious in your own little bubble and you're just not getting it. Like how you're standing out and not being aware of what people are thinking or doing around you.
I'm eating chicken, grilled chicken, pita, these little sandwiches, um, homemade potatoes, grilled vegetables. Hey, Jenny. Chasing toddlers. My eye. Hey, AM.
Is it me? Am I crazy? But when I first turned on her live stream, I was like, is this the same person? Because I don't know. There's something about her today that she looks so different. And it's not because she's lost weight. I'm like, her face just looks so different. Is she messing around with the filters?
Um, Chicken. Chicky chick. My face looks slimmer. Thank you.
Filters. She's not been there long enough to lose any kind of weight that would be noticeable. Filters. And even if, say, for argument's sake, even if she did lose a few pounds because of not eating 10,000 calories a day, she's going to put those pounds right back on with her eating the way she's eating right now. So she was talking about, oh, I'm going to be here and lose all kinds of weight, blah, blah, blah. Not possible if you're eating the same way that you once did.
Salah's just in the other room. Sweet home Alabama.
Lizzie says, how is the Syrian diet arc going? Well, Lizzie, you're looking at it. You're not getting your answer right now. Oh boy. Jenny says, I'm a new subscriber. I just love your personality and honesty. Give it time, Jenny. Give it time. You'll figure out who she is real quick. I don't know if you want to be a subscriber after that.
It's like not right in my face, and it's still bugging me. Annoying. Anyway, what can you do about it? It's that, or you get hot, and
Lord, Chantal, everybody has to eat. I get that. Do you have to eat so gross though? Is there no way that you can eat the food and be more elegant about it? Like, you don't have to be gross. I have seen other people from the Middle East eat meals and they are not gross. Why are you gross? Is it like a natural thing that's just part of you? Or is it for a feedie? And they're saying, like, just shove the food in your face. Because you don't have to do that.
Yeah, the rooster. He lives on the right across on the roof. Hey, Alicia.
I hope, since you are being tacky and wrong, eating as much food as you are in Syria while people are starving, I hope that Kevin never stops crowing and you never get any sleep. I hope that Kevin is forever crow trolling you from morning till night. I hope he wakes you up at 2 o'clock in the morning, crow trolling you.
KFG mukbang. I know, we're gonna go to KFG.
ECP says, how are you managing your BED in Syria? Why are y'all asking questions when the answer is right in front of you? How does it look like she's managing it? She's having a B moment right now. This is a B moment. This is not her eating a regular meal. This is a B moment. She is stuffing her face. And what did I say? What did I say about Chantal having enablers and people that push her to eat? Here's one right here. Morticia Adams says, when are we going to get a KFG mukbang? Is she not big enough for you, Morticia? She's not heavy enough? The woman is almost 600 pounds. She got all kinds of health problems. She's not heavy enough for you? You want her bedbound? I guess you do. It's not enough that she's eating the food right now. You're not happy. You're not satisfied. Nope. Get another mukbang in you. Satisfy my fetish. Get on it, foodie.
It was more difficult at first, but my BED.
In my opinion, I'm not a doctor. I am not a doctor. I want to stress that. I am not a doctor. In my opinion, I don't think Chantal has BED. I think she has a serious food addiction, true, that she needs to go to inpatient for and stay there a while, also true. I think she's an extreme food addict, but she doesn't have BED. So why do I say that? Why do I have that opinion? Because in a lot of normal cases with BED, the people that have BED, I had it. Um, when you have BED, there's a sense of shame and embarrassment. You have your B moments in private. You don't want anybody to know. You don't want anybody to be around. You don't want anybody to witness it, either in person or by a camera. You're not going to turn a camera on when you're having your B moments. Chantal's forever broadcasting what she does. So I could be wrong, and it's okay if I am wrong. It's all right. But based on her behavior and the fact that every time she puts stuff in her mouth, she got to have the camera on, I don't think that she has BED. I think she's an extreme food addict. She's got a food obsession, which she needs treatment for. She needs to go to inpatient. But in my opinion, I feel she doesn't have BED. She claims to have it, but in my opinion, I don't think she does.
I think the heat just makes me not want to eat like too much. I don't know. Just haven't had the urge to.
Somebody paid you for that meal. Don't lie.
Too busy.
You've got some hateful feeties. You must have some hateful feeties that with all the talk going around on YouTube and Twitter, and people pointing out there's food shortages, and you should not be doing mukbangs. It is a slap in the face to all the Syrians who are starving. You must have some hateful feeties that get off on the fact that you're in the Middle East and you're doing disrespectful, haram things. You got some twisted feeties, Foodie. Is that why you went back to the Middle East? To satisfy their fetish? Because that's how they get their rocks off? You doing hateful, haram content in the Middle East, and if you try to do it in Canada, it wouldn't hit the same? Is that why you went back? You can only make money from those hateful feeties by going over there?
And I also feel a lot of guilt over eating.
But you just did it. So I guess you didn't feel that guilty.
Because
She says that at the same time she stuffs her mouth full of food with more food. I feel so guilty for eating all this food, proceeds to stick more food in her face. But I guess the guilt didn't last that long.
here, so it's like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to. What is this?
And proceeds to eat more.
Is this edible?
Doesn't matter, you'll eat it anyway.
Thanks, CCP. Yeah, I'll show you guys this dress. You could see my stomach. Like when I sit down, you still do, but before, it was like,
There we go. Emotional Support Muffin says, are you sharing your food with the neighbors? You know she's not, but good question.
not loose like this, like you could see like every roll basically. So, but from the side, I'm still cheese. But yeah, just from probably sweating, moving more, eating less.
You're not eating less. And you're fooling yourself thinking that you are eating less. If you're thinking, just eating one meal a day is not bad, Chantal, it is bad. If you're eating an entire day's worth of calories in one meal, it's still bad. Because on top of the food, you got to count in the liquid calories, the sodas and teas and coffees. That counts too. Those are liquid calories. And the snacks, like the bags of chips that you know you're going through like crazy, that also counts. You got to add in all the calories, girl. And you also got to figure out how active you are. Like calories in, calories out. If you're consuming, let's just say 3,000 calories a day, are you burning off most of them? No. So if you're not burning them off, what's your body going to do? It's going to store them into fat. And you're short. I'm short too. Guess what? When you're short, you don't have much real estate to put anything. You know this. Like your body is running out of storage room, girl. You need to slow down.
Not sharing this food, no.
Nope, of course not. I'm not sharing this food. Of course, I'm not going to share this. This is mine. Food aggression.
But we have, yeah.
Really? Why haven't you showed that off? Why haven't you made a vlog showing yourself sharing food with people? No, we're not going to do that. I don't trust your word then.
Bring something over usually for visiting with people. Yeah, that's the custom.
And what exactly did you bring over in the way of food? Did you bring a bag of chips? What significant thing did you bring over to the neighbors? Did you bring like one skinny little cupcake? I bet you're not generous when it comes to food. I bet you give the bare minimum and there's no thought to it. It's like you're throwing a dog a bone. Not saying the Syrians are dogs, but that's her attitude of like, okay, give me a lot of food and I'll give you just a little bit of something to look like I'm being generous when I'm really not. Just being cheap and stingy.
Here, yes, you're right. Skinny queen. Skinny healthy queen. Inshallah. Yeah, lurking. Thank you, Mar. No, I don't shave my head.
She says that I don't shave my head, but then later on, you guys saw the Twitter thing that I just showed you. Her head is bald. And again, Chantal, it's okay to be bald. It's okay. It's okay to say, yeah, I'm shaving my head. You don't have to lie and say you got a whole head full of hair when you don't have it. You lie when you don't have to lie. Just say, yeah, I'm rocking the bald. What you gonna do about it?
My last video where I'm hurling up the hill, that I was still like, that was right when I got here. Thanks, Dania. Thank you. Anyway. So,
Oh, there we go. Broken Revenge says, hello, Chantal. Be aware of earning money from YouTube while you're in Syria. It is illegal and they can revoke your visa. Also, on that note, Chantal, and pay close attention to what I'm saying, there might be a chance, ma'am, that if you are in Syria and you are doing illegal content on your channel, you might lose your YouTube channel as well. Yes, because you're breaking the law. You're doing illegal content, and YouTube has something to say about that.
today, I mean, from, I have to do my laundry from, to use the washer, like the solar, I don't want to use the solar for that. I'm deplete the solar battery. um, so I'm gonna do my laundry during the hour that the government electric's on, between 8 and 9, and I can also only use the kettle when the government electricity's on.
Excuse me.
No, we should be. Actually, I have a washer, and the landlord was like really excited to install it for us, so I feel like I'm gonna use it. But I have to like dry my clothes. I mean, I have to like hang them to dry. No fast food. Oh, this food is like, I'm still eating French fries, but I'm eating like one big meal a day.
Yeah, you're eating an entire day's worth of calories and then some in that one meal. So, no, you're not going to lose weight.
And then if I'm really hungry after, I'll just pick up things like fruit or, I mean, I'm drinking Pepsi, so I'm not like on a strict diet, but
You never were on a diet. What are you talking about?
you don't really have to. Like, just eat less and move more.
But you're not eating less. Girl, you are. We just sat there and watched you carb load. You were loading up on carbs. That's like filling up a gas tank full of gas, and then the car just sits in the garage. You got a tank full of gas. You can go anywhere you want, do whatever you want. You got the energy, and you're going nowhere. Really? Like, why are you putting all that fuel in the gas tank if you're not going to use it? It's just sitting there and sitting there and sitting there.
Thanks, Mike. You guys, I told you, babe, they really want to see KFG.
She said that on purpose for Salah's benefit. Like, she's trying to put pressure on him. Like, I just ate a big meal. My subs are requesting the KFG because they have like knockoff fast food restaurants in Syria. So she's trying to put pressure on Salah to go to this place and get the KFG and do a mukbang. She's still trying to do mukbang content over there. Chantal, you're putting a target on your back, girl.
KFGBs.
Broken Revenge says, don't do self employment while you're in Syria. It is illegal. Earning money from YouTube while you're in Syria is illegal. I think you can apply for authorization. Yeah, she could get a work permit, but she didn't. She was in a hot fired hurry to get to Syria to control Salah. Maybe if she had applied to Syria for the proper permits, she'd be able to do more and she wouldn't be breaking laws. But Foodie just, she couldn't wait. Couldn't wait to be next to handsomest man.
Oi, we have some shish tawuk.
More carbs? Girl, how much food did you get? There's like 10 items in front of her.
Maybe next time, yeah. Hi, Missy Man. Where's the Pepsi from?
So Velma says, I don't want to see KFG. I want to see the old town and churches and markets and clothes shops. Yeah, that would be better content, Velma. But I don't know if she can film that stuff. It might be illegal for her to film people in places. I mean, she's got to be careful. She might be filming a government building and not know it. I mean, how would she know she doesn't live there? It might be dangerous for her to film those places, but I get where you're coming from. You don't want to see the mukbangs. Unfortunately, there are too many feedies in her chat that want to see her eat, and she's stupid and she's desperate for money, and so she's gonna pay attention to what they say because they are the paying customers. So we'll see what she does.
It says Pepsi, connect with us on. Doesn't say. I wish. I don't know what I did to my eyeball, but there's always something.
I think I know. Not that I'm here to help you because I'm not here to help you. You got to help yourself, Foodie. But I think I know what's wrong with your eye because I've had it happen to me. It could be because you got the fans blowing on your eye and it's drying out your eyeball. And so your eyeball is all dried out and red and itchy. Could be that.
My toe is healed at least.
What about your swollen feet?
I mean, it's like crooked looking. It was probably broken and all weird, but whatever.
Why don't you show us your feet? You showed us a partial thing of your feet. They look swollen.
The stuff is so good. I don't know what it is. Red stuff. You finish? That's really a lot of food for 2 people, huh?
There's 2 more pieces.
You didn't share your food. You probably got a portion for 2 people and he got like a sandwich, like a skinny sandwich. He's not going to take your food away from you. Are you kidding me? Because he knows that if he does, and if you're still hungry, you're going to send him right back out to get more food. He's not going to set himself up for a second trip out.
Oh my gosh.
More food? Dang, girl, stop eating. Quit that. Look at this. Are you full yet? Hurry up.
Taste the goodness of the biscuit.
Like, dang, how much food can you eat in 23 minutes? Like, her stomach has no bottom.
Did you buy?
I mean, I'm eating a normal meal is cool, but she is just like topping off the tank and then some.
Ice? No, I got this in Canada. I mean, I got this in Kuwait.
Then why have we never seen it?
But it's a furnished apartment, yeah.
And by the way, you guys missed something. I made sure that we missed it. Salah got really close to the microphone. He's like doing the ASMR thing, you know, like the whispering. And I'm like, ew, don't do that. You're creeping me out. You're not ASMR, Salah. Don't even try it.
Yeah, maybe before we move. Right. Would be better. It made you jump, Laura? Does he like ASMR? I don't think. No, he doesn't watch it, but really bedbug. What's interesting, sweet love?
More food. God, hurry up and eat.
We don't have a
It's
fridge.
just, it keeps going. We're at 26 minutes and she's still eating. Chantal, I got to tell you, I think if you hadn't wandered onto YouTube, you missed your true calling. You could have won so much money doing food eating competitions. You could have left everybody else in the dirt. I'm being for real. Like, if you entered a food eating competition, you could make so much money.
Fridge, so I'm trying to eat the rest of the chicken.
You know, the chicken isn't going to rot if you leave it alone for a few minutes. It's not going to go bad within like 10 minutes. You can leave it alone for a few minutes. It's not going to grow legs and walk off. You can get your greasy paws off of it.
So it doesn't waste.
And by the way, where's Julia and why aren't you sharing the chicken with her? You can't give her a little bit of a treat? You can't give her some food? By the way, what are you guys feeding her? That was never explained. What are you guys feeding Julia? Why don't you show yourself feeding Julia?
You guys are vibes. Does the building have bullet holes? I don't think this one does, but there's one across that does.
She is just like eating everything in the house. And as hot as Chantal is, as uncomfortable as it is, you gotta know that she's happy with the whole electricity situation because that gives her one more excuse to not cook.
Or sometimes it's like a small delivery fee.
Oh no. Urgh. Put Julia down. She doesn't like you. And Chantal, you make it your business to force yourself on that cat. You shouldn't force yourself onto another living thing. It's You're never going to get love that way. All you're going to get is going to probably get scratched in the eye and bit. She's not going to love you. Let her go. Let her go, jerk. You had all that food. You weren't giving her any food. You made sure to eat all the food, and then you want to pick her up. You're not sharing your food with her.
When it's half
Selfish.
past two. Ooh. The way the fan blows her little fur, it just, I can't. I can't do it. Don't ask me because I can't do it. Oh my gosh, Brisa. And so we don't ever have cold drinks from there, but whatever. You get used to it. Like you kind of suffer at first if you're not used to something, for lack of a better term. But then, like little changes you get used to, like the water situation. Well, like to flush the toilet, you have to fill a bucket of water and put it in the toilet. I've had to do that in Canada though before. When I lived somewhere, I can't remember. It wasn't flushing or something, and just little things like that. Big deal.
Were you paying your water bill? Is that the reason why you had to do that? You weren't paying your water bill?
Not no cold water unless you buy ice or whatever. I don't know. We'll have a fridge like someday, but not. I don't think I want to like bother because the thing is like the fridge is too much for the solar, like so whatever. You just get used to it.
Oh, she left. What happened?
Crazy frog.
Yeah, we're getting past that. In this live stream, he actually plays Crazy Frog. I don't know why, but he does. We're zipping past that. I am nope, nope, no, no. We're not doing Crazy Frog today.
No, it's not pink eye. I got something in my eye.
Yeah, it's called regret. That's what you have in your eye. It's called regret. And I got bad news for you, Foodie. You're always going to have regret in your eye.
I don't know why. Yeah, when I was cleaning, I got something in my eye. Oh, it hurt. That's why there's no makeup on it. The other one is colder and low to the ground. It's perfect for me. This one you like more, anyways. I can switch it if you want.
Not fun for you.
I don't have eye drops, no. Could go
What?
to a pharmacy. Eye drops.
Oh, I thought you said teardrop.
Teardrops. What's that, Mish? Already I'm sweating. Look, as soon as the fan turns off, look at. Oh my gosh, that's insane. But
You know, Chantal, I'm going to say it. I know I'm repeating myself and I apologize to my subs. You're in a place where a lot of people do not have much and they don't have access to much. And you are someone that you need so much. You need so many conveniences. You need fans. You need refrigerators. You need solar panels, blah, blah, blah. You need a lot of food. You are someone that you can't really fly beneath the radar because you require certain things to be comfortable and certain things to live. You need certain conveniences, which over in Syria are luxury items, a lot of them, which is going to attract attention from people, which is going to create a darker target on your back, like a bigger bullseye. You can't simply just fly beneath the radar and nobody knows you're there and like you're a ghost in the country. Like they know you're there, and word's going to get around, and you need to be careful. Is what I'm saying. Attracting attention, flaunting your money, flaunting how much money you have. You might be setting yourself up to get robbed at some point. There might be people around you right now that they're nice to your face, and then they're just waiting for the right moment to, target you, take something from you.
I think sweating, does sweating burn calories or something? Or like, because.
I mean, just what's going on with you right now? I want you to think about the perspective of somebody who doesn't have anything in Syria. And this is not me making fun of anyone. I'm giving you a different perspective. Imagine you're someone that you don't have anything. And you hear about someone that they've got fans in their house, which are a luxury. They've got refrigerators. They got food. They got solar panels. Time to go shopping. And it may not be because the person is evil. It could be because it's a good person and they're just that desperate. Like you got a whole lot of stuff people can grab and snatch up and make money off of, feed their families. Give that a thought.
Nope, we use cell data. Some people don't even have fans. That's true.
Yep, and you're over there with two of them at least.
Spoiled! Hey, I gave up my AC from Walmart.
Yeah, you chose to give it up. You chose to leave Canada. You chose to leave that apartment with the AC, with the running water, with the modern conveniences, a flushing toilet. You chose to give that up. You made those choices. You really can't complain right now. You really, really can't. And I'm loving this look on your face. I am loving it. Oh, you're so photogenic, Foodie. I love these faces that you make. There's my thumbnail right there. Where's my thumbnail? I'll make my thumbnail. It's all good. Keep going. Keep going.
To come here.
Yep, you chose to do that, so nobody should feel sorry for you if you're going without because you literally chose to go without.
Go to a pharmacy. You literally need teardrops. You true.
There is actual suffering, and then there's chosen suffering. She chose to suffer, therefore, she gets no sympathy.
One, two, three.
What is he doing?
Stop, stop. Look how skinny I am. Wow.
You're not skinny. You've not been there long enough to be skinny. Chantal, even if you could lose 100 pounds a year safely, you're close to 600 pounds. It would take you at least 3 years to get back down into 300s. You're far from skinny.
Wow. Majnuni, Majnuni. I look like a literal seal. The AC in the car, it's like a real treat. One time, not one time, sometimes Salah, he beezes, okay? Remember, babe, you do this to me all the time? He will
Yeah, I'm sure he beezes away from you.
say, no, we don't need the AC, roll down the windows, and I'm like, you're not taking this one moment of AC away from me, okay?
Chantal, this is again where you're tone deaf. I have heard that gasoline over in Syria is a bit expensive, like $14 a gallon. Girl, and you're over there like, I need AC, I need AC, which eats up fuel.
No, there's kids outside. Hey, Miller, ice baths. What is the most fast food thing you have eaten there? Probably what I just had. Like, fries, greasy chicken. Hey, DGR, I gotta find my pills for my bathroom. You can't go no place without gaming. No, your foot. No, your heart is on the left side. I don't know if what biology class. My foot on the left side is not as swollen, so that's a good sign. Do they have McDonald's? No.
Denied. No McDonald's over there.
I feel like I scratched my eyeball with it. Crazy frog will solve world peace. I used to lay down and put my feet up a wall when I was pregnant and swollen. Yeah. They have ice cream. Yeah, they have a lot of desserts. Yes. They have a lot of food, so I'll have to do show you guys that.
You really don't have to. You don't have to eat all the food in Syria. You could share some of the food. You could shock us by buying a bunch of food and giving it to people. It would be in your best interest to share food with people versus being selfish and trying to eat it all.
A roasted goose. My toe, yeah, it's not painful anymore. Razor's Edge. I just wanted to see if you're reading my comments.
Listen, if she just did a vlog where she showed herself walking up and down a hill, her toe is fine. She was out there by herself walking up and down that hill. Her foot is fine as far as the broken toe.
Attention seeking bees. No, I'm just joking.
No, she's actually telling the truth. She is seeking attention and she's seeking to appear like some sort of a martyr. Look at me, I'm suffering. I'm so brave. And some of the beezers are backing her up on that thought. You're so brave, Chantal. You're so brave. You're so brave to go there. No, she was stupid. She didn't have to go there. Salah did not want her there. He told her to wait a month, and she couldn't even wait 2 weeks. She got there way early, which really stressed him out and really made him angry. And her excuse was, I just want to be with you. But all the suffering was self inflicted. All of it. Didn't have to go this way.
You should start a little food stand and introduce poutine to people. Imagine. Can I import St. Albert's curds? Do they have? It's not like Canadian Tire. No, it's different. They have like mechanics shops and stuff. Really, Mimi? Oh wow. They have McBoos. Actually, matchboos is a Kuwaiti food, so I don't even think they have that here. Hello, pre-owned bidet. It's so nice to be back in the land of bidets. Are you gonna try butt eyes? Yes. Oh yeah, sure, carefree. That's good. That's a good idea. Syrian spicy mayo. I haven't had mayo yet here.
And again, here are the Beezers focusing on the food, bringing up food, knowing that she's a food addict. And these people are your friends, Chantal? These people care about you. They know you're a food addict and they're like, let's talk about food. You're a food addict. Let's get you focused on food because we know if we get you focused on food that we're going to trigger you and you're going to eat more even though you really don't need to eat more because you just ate. These are people your friends. Some friends.
They have ice cream yet. I agree. Goat cheese is amazing. Yes.
They're still talking about food.
Well, like, if you think about it, something so scary, but something like that happens every day to like millions of people. So, or maybe hundreds of thousands. I don't know. I'm okay. Yeah, Hina. Yeah, yes.
So let me tell you what's going on here. She just carb loaded. She loaded up on the food. You guys saw it was mostly carbs. And now she's having the carb crash. That's why she's yawning. There's no reason for her to be tired. Like her body is digesting the food as we speak. Unknown caller. One moment. Okay, let's keep going.
Can you get me a Pepsi? I don't. I'm not good at advice. I know. Did she get hit on by her delivery driver? What the heck? I got a chip in my eye. Yes, dorky. Why do people have these names here?
So I'm going to say something. I think that when Chantal was in Kuwait and then when she went to Canada, people were complaining about the non-tent. People were tired. They were sick and tired of being bored to tears. That she did boring non-tent in Kuwait. And then when she went home to Canada, for a brief moment, people were hopeful that things would be better since she was back on home soil. And yet all she did was boring non-tent. So now Chantal is in Syria. And it's gotten a little bit better. A little bit. And the reason why it's gotten better is because she's miserable. She is miserable. She's not happy. Like the misery is all over her face. She can't hide it. And Salah is miserable. But I don't think she's going to be able to go out and do much of anything or show much of anything. If she was smart, she will not go outside and do much. She will not make herself known. She will not show herself. Like if she were smart, the smartest thing for her to do is to get out of Syria as quickly as possible and go somewhere where she can do the stuff she wants to do. But I don't think they're going to be leaving anytime soon because maybe Salah might have plans of like using Chantal and her money to fix up a home of some sort, maybe a family home. But if she were smart, she needs to keep her head down and not be so doggone public.
Electricity's like, what is it, hon? The fridge was plugged in, and it was this whole fridge is a drama story. I know I said I don't have a fridge. It's not a usable fridge, but if you plug it in, it was sucking all the like the electricity. So that's what was happening, and then by the evening, it was depleted out of the battery. Because okay, so what happens is, Orange, do you think it's shots?
Strawberries and Cream says, "Why was the fridge plugged in if you weren't even using it?" Good question.
They don't know, That's why we have to take them out and just show them around like the towns. Because Salah was trying to use it. It's his.
And look at Salah. Salah getting rude with people in the chat. So Orange Pulp says, "Are there clothes shops in Syria?" Orange Pulp was not making any sarcastic, rude comments. They're just simply asking a question. Orange Pulp says, "Are there clothes shops in Syria?" Here's Salah's answer. He says, "Orange, do you think it's forest here? Tarzan? Of course there's clothes shops. Salah, you are being extremely rude. You need to calm yourself down. You need to understand that those in the audience, they obviously do not live in Syria. They just want to know what's there and what's not there. Stop being so doggone crabby."
His fault. The battery was depleted. I'm telling on you. Exposed me for complaining. Now I'm exposing you. He wanted to put some water bottles in it, and it just sometimes it doesn't work at all, but sometimes it works. I told you it's a drama story. Anyway, um, so there's some things we can't use in the apartment. So the fridge is one of them. So we have the fridge, unplugged. I don't remember what the area was called where we went. Can we see the old fridge? Maybe. I would say go out and enjoy Damascus. I live and work here alone, and we have lots of international staff living in the city too. Who only avoid traveling alone between cities. Oh, really, Layla? Wow. Oh, actually, there is
Oh,
some here. I
there goes her internet.
think there's a big Christian population.
Dorky Poop Stain says, "Girl, you look like Minecraft Steve." Not Minecraft.
So that's why. But any type of drugs, yeah, you can get in big trouble, just like Kuwait.
Wow, the internet is lagging.
Do Saji Shoddy?
Dude, how could you do impressions with it being pixelated like that? Are y'all stupid?
I don't even think I can. Everything she says is too inappropriate.
Well, inappropriate has never stopped you before.
Like her entire content is just her looking at herself going,
Ma'am, your content is inappropriate. Very inappropriate. So what do you mean? Not that I'm a fan of Sagittarius Shoddy, but I'm just pointing out you got inappropriate content too.
so I have a date coming over, but first I have to go to the bathroom and take a big dumb.
What? This is bad. She's really, you know, I'm liking this look. What do you think, chat? I'm liking this look. I'm liking this new look of Foodie. It looks almost like a watercolor, doesn't it? I'm liking this improvement. It's very artistic. It's very in vogue. It's giving me abstract. It's giving me life. This artistic level going on here. I'm appreciating the YouTube being creative with itself.
Hold on. Hey.
More pixelation. No, 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 no. ECP says you are a great cat dad, and we can tell how much you love Julia Salah. Many people would have abandoned her. ECP, wake up. It's time to drink the coffee. Get a nice big cup of it. There's only one reason why Salah took Julia to Syria, to use as a hook to bring Chantal over. Just as Chantal uses Julia to get attention with her audience and make herself seem like an animal loving person, even though she's not, Salah also used Julia to bring Chantal to Syria because he wanted access to her money. It's really sad and it's really sick that these two human beings, in order to be near one another, they will stoop so low as to use a poor cat to accomplish their sick, selfish goals. It's hilarious. She's sitting here putting on makeup at the same time that nobody can really see her face. She's just like burning up endless amounts of time, running up the meter. I don't know what to do with myself. So I'm just going to sit here and keep the stream going and put on my makeup and put on my eyeshadow and all that, even though nobody can see what my face looks like.
How are you doing, Nicole?
I'm liking the pixelated effect. I think it's an improvement.
Drive and it was not working.
Dang it. Pixelation over.
What, ECP? Really? Show us the toilet. Hey, Jessica.
Yeah, show us the toilet. Show us the toilet. Come on, Chantal, show us the toilet. Not that I want to see anything gross, y'all. I want to see the toilet for one reason. Look, I am not a fan of Shani and Rev. Don't like them. They're trash too. But didn't Chantal talk all kinds of mad trash about Shani using a bucket for a toilet? I just want to see if she's using a bucket for a toilet. I think that a lot of things going on right now, it's karma for things that she has said about other people in the past. Her ragging on people for where they live and how they live, bragging about all of her money, saying in Cuba, I've got so much money, I hate money. But looking down her nose at other people in their living situation, and maybe part of what's going on in Syria right now with her, it's karma teaching her a lesson that she should not look down her nose at people and think that she's far above people, that she should have more compassion and understanding and empathy for other people and where they live and how they live. You know, this is might be a you need to eat a big piece of humble pie kind of moment. And that's what she's supposed to take away from some of this. But she was ragging on Shani for having a bucket toilet. I'm wondering what her toilet setup is. I'm just curious. I'm just curious.
Yeah, there's no major fast food chains, but they have their own form, I guess. I don't know.
More pixelation.
Wait until you guys move to your new place. Don't underestimate the obsessed weirdos on the farms. I know. If I show my foot, there's like 5 pages that go up, I bet you.
But you know what, Chantal? You want that to happen. Don't sit there and lie to your beezers. Don't act like you don't want people to talk about you, that you don't want things to show up on Twitter. You deliberately do things, show things, and say things to get people to talk. You'll show things in your room. You'll show your foot, whatever. You'll pick something and go, oh, I'm just going to show this over here, knowing the reaction it's going to have. You do things on purpose. You want people to talk about you.
You order food. Yeah, we ordered dinner tonight, but it's from a restaurant. It's not like an online delivery app. It's from a restaurant that we've been to, and they say in the future, if you want us to deliver, just call us. So that's what happened. Who's up? I don't know. I'll have to ask Salah about that.
Of course she will. So somebody in the audience said there is a Syrian style dessert. It's a frozen dessert. Of course she's going to have him look into it.
Chicken skin KFG, Mike.
The installment now.
The guy's gonna install it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I can
then
do it. It's easy.
no, don't. But then it's you
Without of my experience.
ask the store. Yeah, you have to go now because they're closed. Are they closed? Are the stores closed?
What cost?
The battery store.
It's 7:30. How it could be closed? Yeah.
Because it's 7:30.
Okay. It's not 10.
They close at 10.
Yes.
Now, this will ask for a big
It's
voltage,
bigger.
high
And
capacity.
it works.
You know what, Chantal? You're in Syria. You don't know how to speak the language. Remember how you were once around Nader and he lied to you about the cost of party favors? He was like way overcharging your stupid self. You paid $300 for button mushrooms and a lot of money for your little party powder. Here you are again with Salah. How do you know he's not overcharging you for stuff and pocketing the difference? I bet he is. I bet those used solar panels that you allegedly bought for 700 probably cost maybe half of that, and he just doubled the price so he could have extra money in pocket for himself. I mean, again, you're in a place you don't know what's going on. You don't know how to speak the language. You don't know how to communicate with people, which means you're at the mercy of whatever they tell you. And Salah's a liar. He's probably milking you for cash. Speaking of which, I am curious, what is the cost of a solar panel? Let me see. Solar, I'm just curious. Solar panel cost. How much is that? Okay. All right. I guess it all depends on where you get it and what it looks like. All right. We got. I don't know the solar panel that they have. What make of it is. All right. I'm seeing EcoFlow 400W 400 watts solar panel 400 watts portable power station. One solar panel altogether at Lowe's is like over $1,000. Or an EcoFlow 400 watt rigid solar panel for $999. Rhenology bifacial 4 pieces 320 watt solar panel 1224 volt monocrystalline that's well over 1,000. Here's one Rhenology 200 watt shadow flux 25% cell efficiency solar panel $215. So if I knew the make and the brand of that solar panel that they have, I could figure out if he did overcharge her.
High capacity battery,
Yes,
okay?
the highest one.
The highest one?
I can get 2 batteries, but not recently.
No,
Yeah,
no.
one now is enough. One huge, big one with big capacity. What's wrong with your eyes? Do you don't touch with your fingers?
Sorry.
You have tissue here. Go wash with the water or something.
I did wash twice with water.
Okay, maybe put something.
He's yelling at her, like, stop messing around with your eyes, lady. I'm sorry. This is not you, Foodie. You're not this submissive.
Can we take them to get ice cream after?
Up, there it is. I was waiting for it. He's talking to her like a bossy dad, and she immediately goes into that baby voice, which I hate. The baby voice is coming out. And why? Because she wants ice cream. Can we go get ice cream? Let's listen to it one more time. Like, watch the switch happen. The manipulative voice come out.
Capacity. High.
She's talking normally here. She's talking like an adult. And then he's scolding her for rubbing out her eye. And then the baby voice comes out when she wants ice cream.
Capacity battery, okay?
The highest one.
The highest one?
I can get 2 batteries, but not recently.
No,
One
no.
now is enough. One huge, big one with big capacity. What's wrong with your eyes?
Oh, he's starting to scold her.
Do you?
Hold on a second. I'm going to boost the volume on this bad boy. It's a little soft. She's got the fan in the forefront of the sound. It's hard to hear.
Don't touch with your fingers.
Sorry.
You have tissue here. Go wash with the water or something.
I did wash twice with water.
Okay, maybe put something.
Can we take them to get ice cream after?
See how her voice switched around? That was her baby voice.
Ice cream after. Will be my baby voice.
Okay. So you're gonna leave me here?
Chantal, it's safer if he does leave you there. Do you understand that if he took you into town, you would attract attention? Do you really want attention? Do you know how dangerous attention would be? You stick out like a sore thumb. Like, the less people see of you, the better.
How much is the battery? How much does a battery cost? They're asking. What? Yeah. 250 US?
She has no idea. He could be telling her the truth. He could be lying to her. She doesn't know either way. I bet you anything, like, he is overcharging her. Like, how is she going to know? She can't even speak the language.
It's not bad for having constant electricity. Leave the eye alone. We've been through so much. I know we used to pee within like what, a month or 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I left Kuwait, my home in Kuwait, reestablished.
No, you didn't dip out of your home in Kuwait. You basically have been living there illegally. You were supposed to be a tourist to look around and go. And yet you didn't want to leave Kuwait because you want to be near Salah and do your mukbang content over there. You were living over there when you shouldn't have been. And then you got yourself in trouble and you had to leave before trouble caught up with you. And you could have stayed in Canada and you didn't. You decided to go to Syria because you were following your handsomest man there, even though he can't stand you.
Established a whole life in Canada, dipped out of that, came to Syria.
Because you're an idiot.
Crazy. Can we take them to get ice cream? Don't blame it on us. It's them. They want the ice cream.
And ECP, I just got this to say to you. Because you said, I understand the need to endure and persist. But doggone it, you and Salah have been through so much. LOL. I hope y'all get to live your soft life arc soon. Okay, correction. You and Salah have been through so much. They put themselves through things. Let's go all the way back. Salah chose to get involved with Chantal, knowing that she was an entire train wreck on wheels on a silver platter. He chose to get started up with her. And even when the warning signs were there, he could have backed off and he didn't because he was greedy and stupid. Likewise, Chantal needed an accomplice for all of her dirty dealings. She needed help. to get to the Middle East and stay in the Middle East, to go fetch her food, to be the person whose name was on the apartment because she couldn't have her name on there. Didn't want people knowing where she was. Partners in crime, those two. But the things that they have gone through, they chose to put themselves through. They are not good people that are going through hard times. They are two sleazy, easy idiots who put themselves through more hardship and more suffering than they ever needed to out of greed and stupidity. So they're not like survivors, but they've been through a lot. Now, their greed traps them with each other. Their stupidity traps them with each other. So any pain, they wanted it. They're keeping it going. They're not walking away.
Get the battery, yes. I have a Jackery portable solar generator. What's that? But you're making it? The ice cream? No sugar? Tell them to barter. I'm not bartering a battery. Don't barter a battery because they might give you a broken one. And then we've been through so much, we deserve ice cream.
Yeah, even if he got the ice cream for you, it's probably going to be a melted mess by the time he gets back to the house.
Itchy. Something. The washer, which I have to use at 8, but if the guy's going to be here fixing, I can't go out there. Or maybe I can. I should clean the kitchen. It's the ice cream you bought when you bought the ice cream sandwich.
What's he going to do, Chantal? Carry a cooler with him full of ice just to transport your ice cream back to you so it doesn't melt? She's so stupid.
You know, when we went to the store on our way back the other night when we came back home, you stopped at a store, you bought an ice cream sandwich, and you had an ice cream with the
Yeah, that one, yes. There's two balls inside it.
Oh, yeah, yes, yeah.
I told you, he said no.
You know what was really, really... Hi, lady.
Okay, which flavor?
What did you have, flavor?
There's 12 ones.
12 flavors? What did you have? Blueberry?
Berries and lemonade.
Ah, yeah, that sounds good.
Also, they have the slush machine.
Cornetto, yeah. We need visuals. And you had,
How about fruits instead of this?
how about no?
Hot things.
How about no fruit?
So the health.
Was in Kuwait.
Wait, you bring the diabetes machine with you?
Yeah.
To test your blood?
Yeah. Yeah, I do test it. And
Okay.
it's lower than when I was on the insulin. What?
Can you expose yourself about the reading?
No.
No.
Expose yourself. No, but the reason the insulin, like the reason my readings were a lot higher there in Kuwait is because I wasn't moving at all. And
Okay, it's fine.
I was ordering KFC every night and eating chips, bizzers, cheese, sodas. I had about 6 diet sodas a day.
Yeah, so that's another thing, Chantal. You are in Syria. All you have is the metformin. You don't have insulin. And you just ate a carb heavy meal. And on top of that, you want ice cream? And you don't have insulin to help you out? Is it a smart thing to do?
Remember those twister meals? I would order 2 huge twisters like this, cheese fries. Then I would have.
You know, she's bringing all this stuff up. This feels very, almost in a way, nostalgic. Like those were the days I was in Kuwait. Like she's bringing back and thinking about all the food she ate in Kuwait. And I bet if she was back in Kuwait, she'd be eating all that food again.
Sunflower seeds, mozzarella.
She can recount every single thing that she ate in Kuwait. Like she knows her menu. how much she ate per day, what items she ate per day, and what amounts, and how many ounces. Dang, Chantal.
Nuggets,
A whole block of
cheese,
cheese.
cheeseburger, sandwich, KFC, Burger King, pizza, all junk, all junk, all junk until you become unhealthy. You happy now?
I'm happy now that I don't that I'm trying to, trying to just like not eat as much. No, the max.
No, 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 no. It's not that you're not trying to eat as much. It's the fact that you just can't go hog wild like you once did. Because you don't have the food apps, you don't have massive amounts of fast food restaurants. You get what you get. And you get it if he brings it to you because you can't even get in the car and go get it yourself. Like I said, you're an addict, but you're not in recovery. You're dry. You're dry because you don't have access to the things you want and you can't go get them. So it's not that you're making better choices for your health. It's that you are in a position where you are forced to be away from some of the things that you would normally get at.
This is 1,000. No, it's 2,000. Where I was.
Because he's being Salah.
Well, to anyone who told you, no, I didn't. Not anyone.
And again, the feedies in the chat. Katie says, just one little ice cream, you are eating much better. Well, if she's eating much better, why don't you encourage her to eat much better and don't encourage the ice cream? She's not a child. She doesn't need food as a reward. She needs to pick another reward. Is there nothing else in life that could be a reward besides food? Why are y'all in the chat treating her like a little girl? Like she needs an ice cream. She needs a lollipop. No, she doesn't. She just sat there and had a carb heavy meal. She doesn't need any more sugar in her body. She needs less. Do you understand? She needs less. Before any of you guys come over here and say that I'm a hater, no. I'm not encouraging her addiction to get even worse. I would never. As much as I don't like Chantal, I would never step up to an addict and trigger their addiction on purpose. But y'all will. You certainly will. And y'all should be ashamed of yourself. We care about Chantal at the same time we don't care about Chantal. Even though she's in bad health and she's got a bad liver and she's got a bad heart and she has trouble breathing and moving and she's about 50 pounds away from being bedbound, let's talk about food. Let's trigger her to eat. Shame on all of y'all, man. Y'all are wrong.
One little.
Again, I'm not saying that because I'm taking up for Chantal. I'm just pointing out what you're doing is all kinds of fucked up. Because it is. Trigger an addict on purpose just to watch them eat when they don't need to eat.
Well, ice cream, you're eating much better.
The truth is finally coming out now that she is a skinny queen.
Yeah. No, hey, it's no secret. I used to say like I used to just eat and eat and eat and eat and eat.
Yep. And you were surrounded by people that wanted you to eat and eat and eat. And they still do. In the course of this live, I'm watching your chat. There's so many people talking about food and when's the next mukbang and try this and try that. And it's so messed up. So messed up. Y'all are so messed up over there. You are not her friends. You are not on her side. You don't have her best interest at heart. You don't care about her health. Don't kid yourself into thinking you care about her when you don't. You're encouraging an addict in their addiction. There's something wrong with y'all.
And what are the results?
Unhealthy bees.
Like she don't need help. She thinks about food all the time. She don't need help obsessing over food.
There's some places in the world. Yeah, the swollen foot. My foot's less swollen now, but it's a little swollen. That's my first meal of the day. It usually was my first meal of the day when I would say that, but then I would eat.
Anybody believe that that meal we just saw her eat is the only meal she's going to eat for today? Nope. I don't believe that. I believe she'll eat a couple more times with snacks, with soda. The only thing that changed was the location of where she eats. That's it. I'm sorry. I hate to be a negative Nancy, but I don't think she's going to lose weight in Syria. She might gain more weight. because she's not going to get out and do anything and she's going to be sealing on the couch. Chantal, you better be real careful because if you become bedbound in Syria, Salah will abandon you. He's not set up to care for you. He has no medical training. He will abandon you. Then what's she going to do?
All night. Do you know this thing in the forest? It was a rope, just one small rope like this.
About 5 minutes. So,
Yeah, maybe there's other cultures that eat animals. If they're starving, they're gonna eat the animals. What can I say? I'm not gonna judge, but
hey, Gracie.
I mean, I love cats. I love camels. I would never eat one, but I don't judge people. The thing is,
Yeah, people were getting in on her case for the comment, the hateful comment that she made yesterday. When people were asking, where is Smokey? She made a very racist comment, a very wrong comment out of nowhere, just to be hateful. She said that she sent Smokey off to be dinner for, like, I guess in China. That she was making a really racist sounding joke towards Asian people, which is disgusting, Chantal. It's foul that came out of your mouth. It's absolutely foul that you said that. Hateful, hateful woman you are. So you were offensive two ways. People simply asking about Smokey, and you said something hateful to trigger those who love animals, and you also said something hateful, just being hateful to those who are Asian. You're a hateful woman. And that's why no one feels bad for you when bad things happen to you. And we don't have to wish anything bad happening to you. They are things that you do to yourself and you set yourself up for. Your karma is a result of the energy that you produce and you put out into the universe that is simply boomeranging back around to you. You create it, you cause it, and therefore you must suffer with it.
is actually cats are haram. It's not a permissible meat to eat, anyways. But that's just the stereotype. That's just the joke about it, you know.
It's not a joke, though. It's a hateful thing to say about Asian people eating cats or dogs. It's hateful. It's hateful to say that. Like, why would you say that? Rude.
I made sure Smokey has a good life. Okay.
I don't trust you. I don't know if he has a good life. We can only pray that he does. But you were desperate to get rid of him, so who knows where he ended up. I hope it's in a good place.
Sophia said, Salah, how does it feel to be back in the home country? Confusing.
And not dietary rules. Wait, what? Birds have claws. That's true. Chickens have little nails. No, chickens have nails.
PCP, I mean the clothes to kill the other animals.
Yeah, so predator animals.
Yes.
Yeah.
The hunter, what the hunters, right?
Yes.
The hunters.
Hunt. If I was here by myself, I'd be crap out of luck.
Lunch is ready.
I eat lots of chicken. Really? It's brand new? Chicken eats worms. They hunt worms.
So I'm still confused. Are they staying in Syria or are they not? She said they're not staying there long. So are they buying solar panels because it's one of those have to things for the amount of time she has to stay there and there's no getting around it? Or are they leaving? I'm so confused about that.
For saying that
Like chickens hunt worms, it's bugs. I mean, hunting another animal. Wild animals. Chicken wild.
juice.
Of course, yeah.
Who do you love more, meat or juice?
Here we go again. Her looking for validation in front of an audience, asking those corner questions. Who do you love more, juice or me? You know what he's probably saying in his head? Julia, not you. I don't love you, I love your money. He can't say that out loud, especially while you're live, but that's the truth.
But but you
Like you basically try to force him to say that he loves you. You're trying to put ownership on him and claim him online, on live, and it's so disgusting. It's disgusting. Like trying to assert your ownership over him. Who do you love? Do you love Julia or do you love me? He doesn't love you, Chantal. He doesn't love you. He hates you. You need to get it through your head. He hates you. He loves your money. He hates you. You are just a means to an end for him. And he is just a character in your play for you. So neither one of you love each other. It's just you're both using each other for different reasons.
kill extra.
I'm not mad that he says he loves. If you love Juice more, I wouldn't be mad because that makes me go, "Aw, you love Juice." Oh, but the power's gonna go out. What do I do?
Shut off the stream like a normal person.
Switch it up. Okay.
All right, so that was pretty much the stream. That was it. So again, apologies for showing her eating. I don't like that. I never like it. I'm not a fan. Not a mukbang fan at all. But I hope you guys have enjoyed Spicy Rose out today. She was out. I had to let her out, let her take a walk, get some fresh air. So I hope you guys enjoyed this react. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.